Brief presentation. Yes, ma'am. We'll do that, ma'am.
Good afternoon. My colleague, Chief Economic Advisor, has already given you the overall perspective. He has also spoken about how much money is being put in the economy to help and improve. So one of the important aspects was refund of taxes. So here we have given a comparative picture. So basically in the indirect tax, we have IGST refund. The IGST refund, let me explain to you that particularly the exporters who exports and then whatever GST has been paid on those products which are being exported, they get refund of IGST, GST through IGST refund. So in 2018-19, we had given a refund in 16.3 lakhs. Total amount was 56,000 crores. In 1920 till now, we have given refund of 9.64 and almost about 39,000 crores. ITC refund, there are many cases where the refund has to be granted, mostly because of inverted duty structure. So there, the last year the total refund was 36,000 crores. Now this year, because we have expedited refund, because we are trying to ensure that the people get refunds in time. This year, till November, we have already given refunds to the tune of 33,000 crores. So last year, total refund in one year 36,000 crores. This year till November, 33,000 crores. Now, so far the income tax, the direct tax is concerned, the last year total number of refunds that we issued was 1.84 crores and total amount was 1.23 lakhs crore. Now in this year, till November, rather till 11th of December, we have already issued refund of 2.16 crores and amounting to 1.57 lakh crores. So if you can see increase over 2018-19, in terms of numbers, 17% increase, and in terms of percentage, in case of a direct tax, 27.2% increase. So if you sum total, both direct tax and indirect tax, total refunds that have been issued in this year is amounting to almost 2.2 lakh crores, 2,20,000 crores. Now, what we have done is that in case of a refund, we have in GST, we have made this entire refund process completely automated. Earlier, people used to go and apply before the GST authorities, and then those refunds used to be processed manually. From 26th of September, it's a completely online process. The people are able to file the online processing, sanctions and disbursement, everything. Earlier, every GST refunds constitute the state GST and then the CGST, and then the state used to give sanctions separately, central government used to sanction separately, and they used to be disbursed also separately. So what we have done is that now is a single source disbursement. The refund applications are given online, they are sanctioned, disbursed also online, and then a single authority disburses the refund, and then the states and center, they split the whole refund amount. They adjust the refund amount later. Now, in GST, we have taken some recent, the important initiative. So we have introduced e-invoice. From 1st of January, all taxpayers, all companies having more than 500 crores, they will have an option to generate electronic invoice from 1st of January 2020. Why we are doing it? Because from 1st of April 2020, we are going to make electronic invoice mandatory for the companies having turnover more than 100 crores. So what we want is that the people should get used to the whole new electronic invoice system, so that they don't face any difficulty when it is actually introduced from 1st of April 2020. And so what we have proposed is that the companies above 100 crore turnovers, it will be mandatory for them to issue electronic invoice, and then we can bring down this turnover limit, so that others also can take advantage of this. Now, once e-invoice is generated, then their returns can also be self-generated, because as you know that in GST, one has to give the details of his sales and purchase. So all sales invoices, sales figures will be collected from the electronic invoice itself. So at the end of the month, the returns will be generated from all the e-invoice that has been generated by the taxpayers. So that will be automatically populated. And also in future we have plans that once the e-invoice has been generated, it will not require a separate generation of e-way bill. So that will be also another step towards the simplification. Now, further, there were certain suggestions on the annual returns and the reconciliation statement for the financial year 2017-18 and 18-19. So what we have done, that we have made this annual returns and reconciliation statement optional for the taxpayers having less than 2 crore turnover. And also for these 2 years, many of the fields where the taxpayers were facing difficulties, we have made them optional. And also we organized a stakeholder feedback divas all over the country on 7th of December. So we did this in 193 cities, where 19,645 stakeholders participated, in the sense that they came with their live data, and then they actually tried to fill in their returns, and then we tried to understand what difficulties they had, and then what improvement could be made, what further simplification is required. So that was very, very valuable. Now, so far as the compliance simplification is concerned, we have also recently introduced a document identification number. From 8th of November 2019, so far as the indirect tax is concerned, the GST, customs, we have said that any document that is issued, or any letter or any summons or any notice that is issued by any of these indirect tax department like customs or GST or the DRI, every document will contain DIN number, and unless until that DIN number is there, that document, that notice, that summons, that so-called notice, that will be legally invalid, and the taxpayer, he can go to the portal, enter the DIN number, and try and find out that whether that particular notice is indeed true. It is just not. It has just not been issued to threaten somebody and try to scare away the people. Also, for the refund drive, as I was mentioning, that a special refund drive for the MSME was taken in the month of September 2019, and since then, so I have given the figures here, that prior to this refund drive for the MSME, 74,000 cases were pending, and the total amount involved was 10,841 crores. And till date, we have sanctioned 9,561 crore, and in total 66,150 cases, and then the remaining cases could be held up because of compliance of some documents, which will also get cleared soon. Now, we have also, in this budget, we announced that Sabka Biswas, this legacy dispute resolution, because we want to bring down the pendency of the disputes. So, this offer has already been made, where the cases which are pending in adjudication of appeal, the relief of 70% of duty demand, and if the amount is more than 50 lakhs, or if the amount is, if the amount is less than 50 lakhs, then the relief of 70% duty can be given, and if the amount is more than 50 lakhs, then the relief of 50% duty can be taken. Similarly, wherever the demand is confirmed and no appeal is pending, there the relief of 60% of the confirmed duty if the amount is 50 lakhs or less, and relief of 40% of confirmed duty if the amount is more than 50 lakhs. And in case of a voluntary disclosure, the assessee has to, of course, pay the full disclosed amount. So total, we have already received the application for the settlement, this 52,000 crores, which involves 27,911 crore rupees. Now, so far as the direct tax is concerned, the major initiatives have been taken. As we are all aware, that the corporate tax rate, our Chief Economic Advisor also mentioned that we have now brought down the tax rate to 22% and effective tax rate 25.17%, and provided no tax exemption, no MAT are claimed. For the new manufacturing companies, the new domestic manufacturing company, they will have to pay only 15% tax rate. Effective tax rate is 17.16%, again provided it does not claim any exemption, deduction and no MAT for these companies. We also reduced this rate for MAT. That earlier it was 18.5%, brought down to 15%. This buyback provisions also was grandfathered. Enhanced surcharge which was introduced in this budget, that also has been partially withdrawn particularly. And